the US government, NATO, Israel, the Heritage Foundation, and a nuclear power laboratory were all hacked by a group of hackers. And it wasn't Anonymous or Lizard Squad or any other well-known hacking group. It was someone far more dangerous that honestly I think we really need to take a look into, and that's what we're going to be doing today.
It was a group of 3 gay furries. Yeah, so a group of 3 gay furries hacked into Israel, NATO, the United States government, and a nuclear power laboratory. I mean, back in the day, furries used to kind of be the laughing stock of the internet. You know, everyone made furry hate videos all the time.
What the fuck is this? It's the fucking Jonas furries? What the fuck is going on? All the single furries?
But as time went on, everyone kind of just started accepting furries, and I mean, I think that's fine. I don't have any hate for furries. It's a little weird, don't get me wrong, but we all have our thing that everyone thinks is weird that we enjoy, so, you know, might as well let them do what they want. As long as you're not fucking animals, I don't really give a shit, you know, do whatever you want. I think of furries, it always reminds me of that one post about that furry that got accepted into like an internship at NASA. It was kind of gloating about it all over Twitter, and when some guy responded, they kind of just shit on that person. And they found out that the person that they shit on was actually the head of NASA, or at least the head of hiring at NASA, or the board at NASA. And they actually lost their job because of that, or their internship.
Everyone shut the fuck up, I got accepted for a NASA internship.
Language.
Suck my dick and balls in working at NASA.
And I am on the National Space Council that oversees NASA.
And I just, really fucking funny. Anyway, now, who are these little furry boys that hacked the fucking US government, Israel, NATO, and a nuclear power laboratory? Well, they call themselves Siege Security, or Siege Check. And it's mainly comprised of 3 people, VO, Cry, and Kit. Where else would they communicate but Telegram? And that's where all this information comes from, their Telegram channel, Siege Sec. And the profile picture for the Telegram channel is actually a pride flag ooh sign. So you know what the fuck type of shit they be on. And little tangent, but dude, when I went into Telegram the other day just to research this topic, I saw that my mom and my little sister had joined Telegram. What the fuck are you doing on Telegram? Why do you, like, it blew my mind. I don't know. If I end up going missing because, you know, my family got involved in some crazy shit, I'll be fucking mad. They literally describe themselves as gay furry hackers, :3, lowercase c, so, you know. But their main MO, according to them, is to go after organizations that go against trans and LGBTQ rights, and one of their earlier targets was NATO. And they didn't just hack NATO once, which by itself would be a feat of its own, but they hacked NATO 3 times. Who the fuck is running NATO cybersecurity? The fucking Apple geniuses? What was leaked from NATO was 845 megabytes of compressed data belonging to 31 nations. Yeah, so 31 nations were affected by NATO's lack of expert cybersecurity. 845 megabytes containing unclassified documents, 8,000 records of names, companies, working groups, job titles, business addresses, home addresses, and photos. Meaning that a whole bunch of people that are connected with NATO, a world government agency, have now all been exposed. So, you know, that's great. Maybe time to up your security. Maybe stop using Windows 7 for your fucking security. They also shut down a whole bunch of networks in Israel. Those networks being the Finland Embassy, the Extend Defense Systems, the Jewish Agency for Israel, the Ben Gurion University, the Bloomberg Capital, Bright Source Energy, Merkaz Klita Absorption Centers, and Oxford Tower. And when they breached NATO, they actually posted this update. Day 5, we have breached another NATO portal for the 3rd time. We were able to access tens of thousands of documents from NATO Headquarters Consultation Command and Control C3 portal. Unfortunately, due to the technical issues, we weren't able to automate exfiltration of the full set of documents. We could only get a couple hundred documents plus user info, :3. Fuck every country supporting Israel, especially those in NATO. In addition to this new breach, we are also re-releasing our previous 2 NATO breaches, 8 gigabytes, to ensure the most leaked documents are in circulation. Stay tuned for our next breach when we leak Joe Biden's DMs. And then they give a link to the leak, which I'm not going to put here. Don't go there. You know, this is obviously highly illegal information. But what the fuck could be in Joe Biden's DMs? Does he even have DMs? Does he even know how to work a phone? The way I see Joe Biden like scrolling through Instagram or anything is, you know how old people like hold their phone 10 feet away from their face and kind of like, what is it? Jill's posting thirst traps. Like, it's kind of fucking dangerous that NATO let this happen 3 times. Again, who the fuck is running their cybersecurity sector? Clearly they need to be fucking fired. Because as NATO, you know, a whole bunch of governing nations together obviously have control over those nations. And when people that work for the organizations that control all of those nations, it's not going to be a good look when someone tries to get extorted to in order to gain power, you know, someplace in NATO. But the big hack, in my opinion, is the Idaho National Laboratory hack. You might be asking, well, what the hell is the Idaho National Laboratory? Well, the Idaho National Laboratory is a lab that studies energy, specifically nuclear energy, and they actually work with the US Department of Energy. So it's pretty much a government laboratory. And it was hacked by the 3 gay furries. In November 2023, they hacked the Idaho National Laboratory, and they didn't do it for money, you know, for fursuits, because Jesus fucking Christ, dude. One head of a fursuit is like $3,000. And it makes sense why 90%, I swear to God, of all furries are either, you know, in some white collar job or something like IT, because how else are you going to pay for these fursuits? The sheets are fucking expensive. They didn't even want info either. So what the fuck did they want? Whoa, so much crunchy data, :3. We also sent out an announcement to all the users of their OTBI platform showing our access. We're willing to make a deal with INL. If they research creating IRL cat girls, we will take down this post. Smiley face. They didn't want any information. They didn't want money. They just wanted cat girls. Yes, anime cat girls to be researched and created. Because obviously they're not going to do that. They actually released the INL's employees' information. That's kind of fucked because this is a laboratory that works with the US Department of Energy. So leaking all of this information kind of leaves them vulnerable to, you know, exploitation, kidnapping, something. Because if someone wants some, like, you know, anything to do with power regarding the United States or any documents regarding how power is created in the United States, now they have it because these guys wanted cat girls. I think it's pretty funny. I don't know. I mean, dude, they've even gone on record saying the gayer the furry, the more threat they are to national security. I guess so. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Now, after all this, like any crime syndicate, they actually decided to disband the group. And their final goodbye was hacking the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is a group of US conservatives that was founded back in the 70s that, according to them, want to give power back to the people, not give more power to the government, by electing more conservatives in office. Final hack. Over the past 7 days, we have released a hack every day. From NATO to Israel, we attacked many. We have one more gift for you all. It's 1 minute till midnight, so I'll start the show. We hacked the Heritage Foundation, :3. And the reason they targeted the Heritage Foundation, according to them, was the Heritage Foundation is a conservative think tank in America, among the most influential public policy organizations. This organization is responsible for leading Project 2025, an authoritarian Christian nationalist plan to reform the United States government. Project 2025 threatens the rights of abortion, healthcare, and LGBTQ+ communities in particular. So of course, we won't stand for that. We have gained access to the Heritage Foundation's database with user data, logs, and other juicy info, smiley face. We also access 200+ gigabytes of other, mostly useless files in their server. These useless files won't be leaked. Mew mew. I wonder what would happen if we leaked the passwords, email address, and full names of every user, :3, every US government employee, even the Heritage President Kevin Roberts. Be gay, do crime.
Dear Heritage Foundation, get in touch with us. We will make fun of you endlessly, :3.
Now, after hacking the Heritage Foundation, they actually gained access to their website, getting access to their WordPress domain. And after the Heritage Foundation found out about this, obviously, you know, they wanted to find out who was responsible. So the oversight project manager, Mike Howell, actually reached out to SiegeSec to talk to them personally. And we have the chat logs. This is Mike Howell of the Heritage Foundation's oversight project. I'd like to chat. Would you be willing to have a call or some other means of communication? Hello. Unfortunately, I'm not able to call. I can only stick to text communication. If you have another platform you'd prefer, I'm open and adapting how I can. This platform is fine. What is it that you are seeking or threatening? We want to make a message and shine light on exactly who supports the Heritage Foundation. We don't want anything more than that. Not money, not fame. We're strongly against Project 2025 and everything the Heritage Foundation stands for. That's why you hacked us? Just for that? Yes, it should be obvious that's all we want based on our history as a hacktivist group. We don't seek money. Okay, listen to me closely. We are in the process of identifying and outing members of your group. Reputations and lives will be destroyed. Closeted furries will be presented to the world for the degenerate perverts they are. You cannot hide. Your means are minuscule compared to mine. You can either turn yourself in or you can cooperate. None of our members will be identified or outed by your organization built on hatred. The only ones deserving of a destroyed life are those within your organization. You want me to cooperate? With what? Spreading misinformation and hatred? We won't turn against our own people. Your own people turned against nature. We will only accelerate that cycle. Why the fuck do you sound like a supervillain in this entire conversation? Like, at this point, I'm kind of rooting for the furries. Nature has no defined set of rules, no authority. Just like it should be. Humans can do what they want, and yet you choose to support an organization to harm innocent people. Why? How can you justify this to yourself, knowing you're threatening the rights and lives of other human lives? The people you hate could be anyone. Your friend, your mom, your sibling. God created nature, and nature's laws are vicious. It is why you have to put on a perverted animal costume to satisfy your sexual deviances. It is why you're forced to hide like a coward. Violated our rights and broke the law. You have no standing to discuss such matters. Rights your org violates will be 10 times worse than any crime I've committed. You do not follow God if you use religion as a crutch to hate people. While I hide behind a screen to fight for my rights, you hide behind religion to attack the rights of others. Would you like to meet virtually or send an emissary to meet in person? I would like to be left alone without my rights being threatened. Are you aware that you won't be able to wear a furry tiger costume when you're getting pounded in that federal prison I put you in next year? Such unprofessional language from an executive director. Would you mind if I share this, :3? Please share widely. I hope word spreads as fast as the STDs do in your degenerate furry community. All right, dog. Why are you so upset? Like, what the fuck is your problem? Meow. :3. Image of a cat. :3. Bestiality is a weird sin. It shows you've gone a few clicks too far in trying to satiate your deviant appetite. What's your opinion on vor? He asked this dude what his opinion on Vor is. Oh my fucking god. I really hope Mike Howell's first impression of Vor was having to look up what the fuck that is during this conversation. My advice is that you get out of mommy's basement, iron your shirt, buy a girl a drink, and ask her out instead of Googling new deviances for you to fixate on. BRB, I'm writing a post about you. Would you like me to immediately post your docs publicly or tease it for a little while first? Smiley face? Whatever you prefer. I'm tied up with the FBI issuing a 2702 order in your social media. You weren't that sneaky for your line of work. Screenshot of our Bitcoin's wallet transactions. OMG, you learned how to look up the public history of my Bitcoin address. Good job, pal. I'm proud of you, smiley face. So yeah, obviously you can tell that whole time he's just kind of fucking with them. They don't give a fuck. According to them, they disbanded because, you know, they don't want the FBI on their tail or anything, literally. I think it's too late. I think honestly it's too late. And another thing that I found out today, a completely different sect of furry hackers actually hacked Disney, releasing tons of unreleased footage, plans, and communications via the Slack chat. If you've never like worked an at-home job or just, you know, any office job, they use Slack a lot. I'm telling you right now, it is literally just work Discord. It is corporate America Discord. It is so fucking funny. But apparently the reason that they were able to gain access wasn't through brute force or anything like that. It was literally because one of Disney's software engineers or managers tried to download a cracked version of a BeamNG mod. A Disney employee tried to download a cracked version of a BeamNG mod, and that caused Disney to probably lose millions of dollars in plans, everything. They're gonna have to scrap everything that was leaked at this point, or at least rewrite it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I guess don't fuck with furries, because clearly they're far too powerful for any of us to do anything about. So, you know, if you're a furry, please don't hurt me. Just for the type of video this is, I got my cat etc password shirt on. It's Linux. So I'm so fucking smart. I know Linux. But, you know, thought it'd be fitting. Anyway, I guess don't fuck with furries. Peace.